If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Ready to explore Europe the Striped way? Fly Condor Airlines nonstop to Frankfurt and connect effortlessly to most European destinations. Relax and start your vacation in comfort. Fly the Striped way. Visit condor.com today and book your next adventure.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens.
Sarah clucking.
Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics. Happy hump day. I'm feeling a little bit left out when it comes to the winter weather, Steve Migs.
Why is that?
Because there was no snow at my house this morning. No new snow.
I was going to text you and say, how are you doing? Just because as I was driving in, from Kent on, it was just dumping snow.
It was pretty much from Everett all the way into the city. Yeah. It was going gangbusters. It was nuts.
Puyallup had like a dusting, I think, in the overnights. But
you sound like a true weatherman.
I know. The winter storm is coming across Puyallup, Washington. No, but it wasn't much at all.
Yeah, it was. I was a little disappointed. I mean, I already got the notice that there's no 2-hour late start for Barrett today, so they have school at a regular time.
See, Tatum's preschool, I think they're just hypersensitive. Like they're like, even if there's talk of potential ice, we get the email the night before. It just says preschool's canceled. Stay home. You're like, there's nothing outside.
Oh my God. Well, maybe there'll be a little more flakage in my neighborhood today.
How's Barrett with does he like playing in the snow?
Loves playing in the snow.
Yeah.
Yesterday it was snowball fights with Papa, and they got the sled out, and my dad was pulling him around the yard for a little while. It was very cool, but we need a little bit more because it's kind of a pathetic amount. It's not even snowman-worthy amounts of snow at my house.
I know Tatum was walking around the neighborhood in the parts where there was not much sun hitting, because like everywhere where there's sun, obviously like the snow was gone. I mean, we didn't even have like maybe like a centimeter, it felt like. Ugh. But there were a couple spots where there was no sun in some of our neighbors' like side yards, and she's like going over there to kind of pack up little snowballs and like take stuff. Like, I was like, all right, hopefully they don't have kids that need that snow.
See, if there's a will, there's a way.
Yeah, Tatum will find it.
Let's inform our Rockaholics.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daly Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by SeattleBoatShow.com. And today, I don't know, maybe I might be the only one that has celebrated this at some point in my life. Multiple times. Today is National Shower with a Friend Day.
Oh, that's nice. Conserve water. Get each other's.
That's why we did it.
The hard to reach spots.
100%. I never had a cleaner back than when I used to shower with my hockey team.
How nice.
Yeah, I never thought it was weird until I brought it up around other people who do not play any kind of sports.
Oh,
and I was just like, we were all just talking, having a couple beers in the shower, and they're like, hold on, that last part's a little weird. It's like, nah, not at all. It's actually pretty awesome.
Soaping up, sipping suds.
10 out of 10 recommend. Have you ever showered with a friend?
I mean, maybe.
That's it. Oh, maybe drunk. Okay. Danny, probably not.
No, not that I can think of.
Sarah?
Absolutely.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Somebody is on my side.
We skinny dip and then we shower.
The best time was one time we were in the locker room for a tournament, and one of our guys got donuts. So now we're drinking beer, eating a donut, and one of the guys from the other team comes and goes, what the hell is going on with you guys? Like, jump on in.
He probably asked for a transfer. I want to be on that team.
Have a donut.
Trade me.
Well, maybe the Kraken need to have more donuts in the locker room because, well, they just can't seem to be able to make things happen. They were able to get it to go into overtime against the Detroit Red Wings yesterday, but Patrick Kane set an NHL record with his 53rd career shootout goal, helping the Detroit Red Wings beat the Kraken 5-4. I mean, they just outshot Seattle as well. I mean, it was just not a great effort from the Seattle Kraken. Shane Wright did have a couple of goals, but they have now lost 4 of their last 5 games. Hopefully they turn things around tomorrow as they take on the Toronto Maple Leafs here at Climate Pledge Arena.
Let's go Kraken.
Yay.
Juan and Julio, the 2 donkeys that went missing from bridle trails in Bellevue, they have been found alive in Falls City.
Let's go.
Bellevue police said that they're trying to reunite these donkeys with Allison, but shout out to the Good Samaritan that saw Juan and Julio and called the authorities and said, hey, I think the missing donkeys are here.
I kind of want to know what the circumstances were where they thought that this seemed a little suspicious.
Like, were they just running like along the road? Were they tied to a post? What was the deal?
Or maybe like never in their neighborhood do they see donkeys and some dudes just walking around with 2 random donkeys?
Craziness.
That is so strange. A Florida woman named Sabrina has been accused of, Valentine's Day is next week, of throwing a commemorative first date brick through her ex-husband's window. They have surveillance footage that shows her just hurling the brick into the window. I guess they got this brick. I don't know if this is a thing, but apparently so. When they went on a date back in June of 2020, it was their first date, and they got a commemorative brick, and she's had it since, and well, now she doesn't have it anymore. She gave it back.
Yeah, well, that was nice of her to return it so gently.
In unrelated news, HBO is looking for wild Florida-focused stories for season 2 of It's Florida, Man.
Egg prices are going up. And you know what? I'm your local egg dealer because I'm getting 3 a day now, Steve Migs.
I was wondering if like your chickens are like kind of like, like maybe they got in cahoots with an agent and they're like,
they're holding out.
They're like, you want some of these eggs? You got to give us a little bit more than you usually give us.
Well, now everybody's trying to be like me, Steve. Everybody wants to be a backyard chicken farmer.
Okay.
And it's so funny to me. People will say things like, I can't believe you get free eggs. I'm like, there is literally nothing free about keeping chickens. You still have to pay for their food and take care of them. Like, it is a labor of love.
I was just saying, it's a little bit of an effort. Like, I don't want to do it. I'm okay. Well, great, I don't eat eggs, but even if I did, I'd be okay with not having eggs in my diet anymore.
I think you'd save valuable time and money, even given the egg prices, by just buying them at the store.
Do you have random people trying, like, you know how like sometimes when we have concerts that are big, like you'll get that random text or phone call from a friend you haven't heard from forever hoping to get a hookup? Are you having friends trying to get hookups on eggs?
Just one neighbor. There's one neighbor that's looking for eggs. But right now I'm holding out.
Charge them.
Right?
Hey, as far as weather, hitting a high at 39 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
Well, speaking of backyard chickens, over the last few days, I mentioned that I got a new rooster on the farm, and we acquired this rooster while my husband was out of town.
Yes.
But yesterday, he met Tacky the rooster. So how did it go? I'll tell you all about it at 6:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Plumbing backs up and things get stinky. Call Pinky's.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yeah.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient. Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Every once in a while, I bring home an animal and I hide it from my husband for as long as I can.
Yeah, but for the past year, since you've been doing the show, you said that you've been on lockdown. Like he said, there's no more animals, and you've been kind of on probation.
On animal probation.
Yes.
Until this week. He was in Mexico, so
Okay.
I took it upon myself to make this happen while he was out of town. We brought home a new addition to the family, Tacky the rooster, and well, as of yesterday, Brad now knows. Husband, what are we approaching in the yard?
Another project?
It's not a project. He's in charge of the ladies now. You don't have to be.
You're in charge of these things.
He does not sound very pleased.
He was not happy.
So when you first broke it to him, you're like, hey, let's go outside. I've got something to show you. Or did you say, look, we got a rooster?
Yeah, basically, Barrett dimed me out the second that Brad got home yesterday.
5-year-old kid
I
doesn't know
know.
how to keep a secret.
It's very frustrating. I'm the boss of the animals. Tacky, meet Brad. Brad, meet Tacky.
Tacky with a T?
Yeah, that's the name he came with from the girls.
Okay. He's a big rooster.
Creamy.
Okay, what's going on here?
He's a cream-colored rooster.
Is this Tacky
He's
after
cream.
dark?
Yes.
He's a big, creamy rooster.
Okay.
Wow.
He's a big, creamy rooster.
And you can tell he's a fan already.
Creamy rooster.
Yeah.
He's very creamy. Oh, God.
Out of context, again, you are introducing your husband to your brand new rooster in case an actual rooster. This
Yes.
isn't a euphemism.
A real rooster.
Just in case someone's just tuning in right now.
Oh, God.
Oh,
He was about to have his way with that one.
growing. Growing and crowing. Is he a grower, not a crower?
What is going on with you two?
His feathers get all plumed up when he's getting all ready to...
Are farm animals aphrodisiacs for you and Brad? Because I feel like I'm going to have to stop playing this audio. I don't know where this is going. Get some lovemaking music going. Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
A crower, not a...
He's a crower, not a show.
He's a crower, not a shower.
There he goes.
Has he taken assessment of the flock yet?
Yes, he has a favorite. They were camped out together last night on one of the roosts.
Come over to my roost.
Yeah.
So, is that I don't, excuse me for my ignorance when it comes to roosters and their love life, but is that a thing? Like a rooster shows up you bring a rooster in and then it kind of just assesses all the other roosters?
Oh, yeah. Well, all the hens, yeah.
Okay. Or whoever, see, clearly I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
They have to establish a pecking order. Now he's the new king.
City folks just don't get
So he's like, oh yeah, you're my lady.
He definitely has a favorite. Like, you can tell that he likes this one the best. Say, welcome home, Tacky.
Yeah. Okay.
Say, welcome home, Tacky. Welcome home, Tacky.
For a second, I thought you were trying to get Brad to say welcome home. I'm like, he's not going to happen.
Welcome home, Tacky. So, we've always named our roosters after comedians. And so Brad has already been, campaigning for a new name. He wants to name him Jim Gaffigan. So I think he's bought in.
I was going to say, you should just let him go with the name because, it doesn't sound like he's too pleased to have this rooster. So if this will bring him a little joy, let the rooster be called Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan is fine with me.
Yeah.
So what about you, Rockaholics? When did someone you live with bring home something unexpected? 206-803-ROCK. This could be your partner. This could be a family member. It could be a sibling, a roommate, or maybe you're the one who, like me, tends to bring home strange things. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Daily Migs Show.
When did someone you live with bring home something unexpected? 206
Who would do something
803
as crazy
rock.
as that?
Not me.
No, never.
Katie from DuPont, tell us what your brother-in-law liked to bring home.
Oh my gosh, when my brother-in-law was alive, he was a feral cat magnet. Every cat in the radius of their house would show up and he would feed them.
Oh, I thought this was like a euphemism for the ladies or something like that. Okay, so we're talking about actual cats.
Yeah, no, none of that involved. So my sister-in-law would get so mad.
So what would she do then? Would she try and find them new homes, or did they end up just becoming like the crazy cat family?
Well, she refused to feed them, but then he would go behind her back and feed them secretly in the yard.
Oh, then they'll never leave.
Right. So for years, she was like, why are these damn cats still here? And he's like, well, I don't know. And so for years, this was going on. Well, when he passed a few years ago, she stopped feeding these cats. Well, they kept one morning, she said, Katie, I woke up one morning and there were like cats yowling on my front porch demanding food, and I felt guilty. So I had to feed them.
Oh, so now she's the crazy feral cat lady.
Well, almost. So that started to dwindle down. But my niece, now the cats are finding my niece's house. And she has 6 cats that she's feeding. So we think it's a hereditary gene.
It sounds like it.
Kate, that's how like my daughter wants to feed any animal that's anywhere near our house. And I'm like, no, because she left little treats for these raccoons.
Oh, yeah.
And now every morning, we see it on our ring cam, these raccoons just walk by our driveway looking for the treats.
They love that stuff.
Yes.
They love that stuff.
How about this text message at 206-803-ROCK? My roommate and coworker brought home an illegal, deadly snake to our apartment. I open the door. I hear this crazy, mean hissing sound. I look at him and I'm like, what the F is that? He told me that was an exotic snake that has enough venom to kill everyone in the apartment complex twice over. So I'm like, well, why do you have this thing? He says, I'm going to sell it for twice what I paid for it and get some new crap for the place. But I didn't sleep well for a few days. And Nick, I still hate you for that.
Oh, my, I would sleep in my car. There's no chance.
I had a roommate. Not as bad as that, but I remember I came home and we had a random dog in our house, and it was a pit bull, and it was a rescue. It was like a foster thing, but this was clearly this dog was not in a good home, and it was very skittish and very kind of on edge, and over several months. Fell in love with the dog, and it was a great relationship. But at first, and this is my stoner days, and I'd be like stoned on the couch, and this dog's just staring at me. And I'm like, this dog is going to kill me. I'm like, bro, this dog is going to kill you. He's like, no, it's not, just feed it. And I'm like scared to feed it. Finally, I did feed it, and then it was like my best friend.
Aww.
But at first, I was like, I don't know if I can handle this. I'm way too paranoid and stoned for this kind of a dog.
Rockaholics, how would you like to beat the dog whisperer Steve Migs? He has a record of 34 wins, 22 losses, and 5 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK is the number to call, and we will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Look, we're all human. We push-pull doors, we blow on ice cream to cool it down, and sometimes we forget to check our blind spots. That's why the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid offers class-leading advanced safety features. Like an available blind spot view monitor, which shows you a live video feed of your blind spots. Because the Tucson Hybrid is made for humans who are just that, human. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/Confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE SIPC.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
I've been working with a Nourish dietitian for the last 6 months, and it's been life-changing. I've lost weight, healed my relationship with food, and have way more energy. Working with a dietitian online to create a personalized nutrition plan was so easy thanks to Nourish. The best part? I pay $0 out of pocket because Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans. 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive. Most of you aren't just listening right now. You're driving, cleaning, and even exercising. But what if you could be saving money by switching to Progressive? Drivers who save by switching save nearly $750 on average. And auto customers qualify for an average of 7 discounts. Multitask right now. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $744 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2022 and May 2023. Potential savings will vary. Discounts not available in all states and situations.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Tony from Silverdale is. Tony, are you there?
Good morning. Yes, I am.
Good morning. I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Tony has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What animal is featured in the 90s movie Flipper?
It's a dolphin.
Correct. What candy bar tells you to give you a break?
Kit Kat.
Yes. How many awards did Kendrick Lamar win during this past Grammys?
2.
No.
1.
No.
0.
No. Which Winter Olympic sport involves sliding large stones toward a target?
Curling.
Correct. Who co-starred alongside Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber?
Pass.
What flower plant does the vanilla flavor come from?
Pass.
The first fast food restaurant opened up in what Midwest state?
Illinois.
No.
Indiana.
No.
Ohio.
No. Which espresso singer was in the sitcom Girl Meets World?
Pass.
What is the official language of Austria?
German.
Yes. Mount Everest was first climbed in what decade?
The 1960s.
No.
50s.
Correct. Who co-starred alongside Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber?
Pass.
Tony, you got 5 correct.
It felt like more, Tony. I don't know about you, but I felt like you really crushed it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. You played with confidence.
Good.
He played really well.
He did.
He passed when he didn't know.
Big T.
Not to all the questions.
Big T.
Oh, I was like, whoa, what are you talking about over there?
That's my nickname for Tony. You guys know that.
I thought you were like hyping yourself up by calling yourself Big T. I'm like, is that another nickname for you?
See, you walked in the room and I thought she said Big D, and I was like, what is going on?
Like, Steve, put your pants back on.
Right? Oh, wow. Whoa.
Said no one ever.
Said everyone always.
Steve, are you
the
ready?
Big D part, not the pants.
Oh.
Yeah. Let's just move on. Let's keep this going.
What animal was featured in the 90s movie Flipper?
A dolphin.
Correct. What candy bar tells you to give you a break? Oh,
give me a break. Break me off a piece of that Kit Kat
Correct.
bar.
How many awards did Kendrick Lamar win during this past Grammys?
I don't know. 6?
No.
5?
Yes, you do know. Which Winter Olympic sport involves sliding large stones toward a target?
Curling.
Yes. Who co-stars alongside Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber?
Jeff Bridges?
No.
Lloyd Bridges?
No.
Dennis Quaid?
No. What flower plant does the vanilla flavor come from?
I don't know, a tulip.
No.
A lavender plant.
No.
The vanilla plant.
No. The first fast food restaurant opened up in what Midwest state?
McDonald's. Oh, wait.
What? No.
Chicago, Illinois.
No.
Damn it, pass.
Which espresso singer was in the sitcom Girl Meets World?
Sabrina Carpenter.
What, you know that?
Yes.
What is the official language of Austria?
German.
Yes. Did he get it?
I mean, I felt like the music was still going.
Thank you.
Well, then you got 6 correct, which is a win, 6-5. Tony, that was so close.
Thank you so much. It was great playing with you guys.
Oh, right on, Tony. Have a great day.
What a good loser. Who co-starred alongside Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber?
Jeff Daniels.
There we go.
And Lloyd's the character
in the movie.
In the
Lloyd
movie.
Christmas.
That's why it made me laugh so much.
Yeah. Once I said, I was like, wait, that's the name. Lloyd is in the.
And does anyone know the first fast food restaurant opened up in what Midwest state? It's Kansas.
Okay.
And does anyone know what the fast food restaurant was?
No.
Dairy Queen.
No, it's White Castle.
Oh.
Right. I know. Fun fact for you. Well, congrats on beating Tony, Steve.
Thank you.
There is this awesome new feature on the Odyssey app where you can, at your leisure, leave us a voice message. If you'd like to comment on something that we've been chatting about on the show, or if you want to vent on anything going on in your life, right, Steve?
Absolutely. One person actually left us a voice message about the men's room.
Okay.
And another one is upset with his girlfriend.
Ooh, do tell.
I don't know if it's about the men's room, but upset with the girlfriend.
We're going to slide into our VMs after White Stripes.
The Daily Migs Show. The Daily Migs Show. Something got you bent, and now you need to vent, or you did something bad and you need to repent? Well, slide into our VMs.
Yeah, baby, it's time to slide into our VMs. On the Daily Mix Show.
It is a new feature on the Odyssey app where you can leave us a voice message. And we would love if you just want to say hi or maybe comment on something from the show, vent about something that's happening in your life. Just keep it under a minute.
Absolutely. We got a bunch of voice messages. Are you ready for the first one?
Let's hear it.
All right, this is through the Odyssey app.
Hola, KSW. Got a question. It's kind of bugging me the last couple of days. Is the men's room the longest running show on KSW history?
Oh.
I think it might be. I'm
20 years.
I'm just saying that. I have no idea. I don't know how long did Bob Rivers do his show for.
Gosh, it might be them. It might be the men's room.
I don't think Howard Stern was on the air for 20 years here.
I was kind of curious since you guys are celebrating your 20th anniversary. And by the way, congratulations on that, guys.
Thank you. It was a tough 20 years.
We've been very
Miles
supportive.
Throw and Ted and then Mike as well. It's been really rough.
And then, who is the longest standing employee or on-air disc jockey or on-air personality at KSW? Castle's been there 22 years, 23 years.
I think it might be Castle.
It's Castle.
Yeah.
He's the grandpa.
Wow.
Steve's been there 19. Just curious. Thanks, guys. Bye.
He knows more about me than me.
Right?
Thank you, Stevie.
Big anniversary for you too, Steve.
Wow, I'm a year away from 20 here.
Crazy.
Where did the time go?
We were just kids
What
then.
happened? I always say that. Like my buddies and I will joke, my older friends as well, and I'm just like, I was just 30. Now all of a sudden I'm 50. Where did everything else happen? Like it's just like that. Remember this, Sarah. Remember this, Danny. There's going to come a moment where you're like, I was just 30, and now I'm not.
Yeah, it happened to Sarah. She was just
that's
30.
right. Remember this, Taryn. Remember this, Danny. My bad. That was a mess up on mine. That was my bad. All right, you want another voice message through our Odyssey app?
Let's slide into the VM.
Okay.
I got something bugging me.
Uh-oh.
My girlfriend of 2 years is constantly annoying the out of me.
Is this George?
More like 7 years for him, but yeah.
Whenever I want to go play basketball, she threatens me that she's going to go to the mall and movies with her girls or go to the club.
What? Okay.
I'm not sure if I'm tracking. So I'm sure he has more to say, but he's upset because when he wants to go do something, then she wants to do something too?
Yeah.
So should she just be staying home waiting for him?
Yeah, idling.
Man, I'm doing relationships wrong if that's the case.
I can't just have a guys' night out with my boys without worrying what my girl's doing just to try to get me back. And
What, are we going tit for tat?
Well, how's she getting back at you? She throwing layups up as well when you go play basketball? I don't understand what's going on here. This seems like a very unhealthy relationship.
It sounds like a very balanced relationship, but he has it all wrong.
And it's kind of killing our relationship because it just feels like we're going back and forth. It's just killing my relationship, man.
Well, I think you're killing your relationship by getting upset about that. Like, I know whenever I'm off, I'm definitely more busy than my wife. And that's by her choice. She likes staying home. But, like, anytime that she's like, hey, I'm thinking about doing X, Y, and Z, I'm like, absolutely. Yeah. I'll stay home, like, especially now with a kid. But if I was out doing something, unless I'm crazy, like, and my wife wanted to go out and do something as well, I feel like that's a win-win because then we're both busy.
Yeah, I
we're
like
missing
that.
out on time together.
I like that a lot. I like that setup. I don't know why this guy's got such an issue with it.
He has jealousy issues for sure.
Yeah. Just a
Trust
tad.
issues.
Yeah.
That does not seem healthy whatsoever. I love how none of us agree with this guy.
I also would, but I do wonder if because he did say something. Oh, I thought he said something about like he can't go have a boys' night without worrying about his girl. So like, I'm like, does she have issues too with him going to have a boys' night?
You know what? I mean, that is a solid point. There might be two sides to the story in a sense, but like it made it sound like, hey, if I want to go out and hang out with my homies, then she wants to go to the mall. But I'm like, is she going to like the have sex with random people store at the mall? Because I haven't seen that store. Maybe it was at Pacific Place, but I think it's shut down.
But he also said too, go to the club. Yeah. And some people in relationships do not like when their significant other goes to the club. I'm blessed and my husband doesn't care.
Okay, so yeah, what happens? I know, like do you go out more than your husband?
Absolutely.
Okay. I don't know much about George. I feel like he's probably a chill dude, and whenever you're going off to do whatever crazy thing that you're doing, he sees as an opportunity just to chill and play video games.
Yes, that's exactly it. He doesn't like to do anything. If he's out, I'm forcing him to be out. But I'm lucky because he doesn't care what I do. If I go to the club, if I come home at 4 a.m. Now, I'm not going to lie. If roles were reversed, I don't know if I'd love it.
Wow. You don't like George twerking at the club?
So if you would be upset with George if he went to the clubs and he was like dancing with everybody? I mean, we've been with you. You dance with everybody.
I do. I wouldn't be...
Like, you don't cross the line, but you dance with everybody.
Yeah, I make friends with everyone.
To the point where Danny and I sometimes have to interfere with the guy who thinks he's getting more...
Yeah.
Being led down a certain road that you're not necessarily... Those stores that are closed at Pacific Place now.
Yes.
And then Danny's like giving me a little like hand squeeze, like, hey, we might have to interfere with this guy.
Well, you guys were holding hands?
Well, isn't that what guys do at the clubs?
Oh, always. Well, hand squeeze. Yeah. It's cute.
Yeah, I would say I would be more insecure about it than George is. George really like full trust, and I have full trust in him too, but I would definitely have to maybe go to therapy and talk to someone.
Well, then why do you do what you do then? Well, if you think that if what you do is not cool for him to do, that seems very weird to me.
I just wouldn't be cool because of my securities, but I would let him do it. I would let him do it because I can't be a hypocrite, but then I would go to therapy for it.
You would go to therapy for it.
Yes. I think this is why George doesn't do it.
I now know why George now has gray hairs.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I mean, when he can fall asleep like a baby. If he was out till 2, 3, 4 in the morning at the club, I wouldn't be able to fall asleep probably.
Because you're worried about what he's doing?
And if he's okay, both. So I would go to therapy, guys. I would go to therapy. I'm just lucky he doesn't do anything.
Idea. I think we should all go to therapy.
Yes.
Wow. It's the truth.
Well, I'm glad, because if you're lying and saying this crazy stuff, that seems weird to me.
But at least I'm not pretending I'm not a little unhinged.
I feel bad for George.
Me too.
George, blink twice if you're okay.
Let's pull our money together and buy George a new video game.
Oh my God.
He's earned it.
The Super Bowl is coming up this Sunday, and things do tend to get a little wild surrounding Super Bowl weekend, and not just for the fans, but some of the players as well. So give us a call right now if you want to prove how well you know some of the most infamous moments in Super Bowl history. 206-803-ROCK. We're going to put you to the test at 7:20.
The Daly Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell right, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood Call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
When your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's.
Yeah, sure thing. Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yep.
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient. Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
The Super Bowl is coming up this Sunday between the Chiefs and the Eagles, and every year, right around the Super Bowl, things tend to get a little bit nutty.
Because people go to party.
Yes.
Yes. I've gone to one Super Bowl weekend, and it was bonkers.
And it's not just the fans where things get a little unhinged. It can be the players sometimes as well. So, Migs, I believe you worked long and hard last night.
Didn't get any sleep.
You were up all night finding some of the wilder moments surrounding Super Bowl history, and you want to see if we can figure out if they actually happened.
Yeah, these are some of the crazier, wilder moments in Super Bowl weekend history, and we have a couple callers that are going to go back and forth and see whether or not this truly happened. So what we have, Matthew and Rob, right?
Good morning.
Matthew, who are you rooting for?
Oh, rooting. Eagles.
Eagles. What about you, Rob?
Giant meteor.
Okay, fair. All right, so I have these wild moments from Super Bowl weekend history. You have to guess if they really happened, as many of them seem completely unbelievable.
Oh, happy snow day.
Yeah, happy snow day indeed.
All right, Matthew, we'll start with you. We call this one Super Bowl AWOL. It happened on Super Bowl 37 in San Diego. Oakland Raiders center Barrett Robbins went missing the night before the Super Bowl. He skipped the team meetings, later found in Tijuana, Mexico, disoriented and confused. Did it happen?
If it's the Raiders, it's got to be true.
You are correct. It did happen. Later revealed that this guy, he was their star center, and he was struggling with bipolar disorder, also a massive drug problem, including he believed that cocaine would help his bipolar issues.
Of course.
Spoiler alert, it did not. And they ended up losing that game, and a lot of people believe it was because of just the distraction and also the fact that he was a stud of a player.
Yikes.
Couldn't happen. All right, let's move on over to Rob. Rob, this one is called the pregame booger sugar. Super Bowl 23, the night before the night before the Cincinnati Bengals were set to play the San Francisco 49ers, running back Stanley Wilson was caught doing cocaine in his hotel room. Did it happen?
True.
Yes, you are correct. Wilson had a history of drug problems, and he was immediately suspended from the game and never played in the NFL again.
Wow. See, celebrities are just like regular people.
And the Bengals lost that one in heartbreaking fashion. A lot of people believe that his absence played a major role to that. All right, moving on over to Matthew. This one's called the Big Game Murder Case. Super Bowl 34 in Atlanta. At a Super Bowl party, a fight broke out that resulted in two men being stabbed to death. Baltimore Ravens linebacker Ray Lewis and two of his friends were charged with murder. Did it happen?
Yeah, it's very true.
I was going to say, this one I felt like was a no-brainer. I think everybody's heard this story. He took a plea deal. The murder charges were dropped, and his career continued, and it's still one of those cases where they're like, this has to be one of the biggest scandals in Super Bowl history.
His buddies took the fall for it.
Yeah. And it was always so weird then to see him like doing all these like pregame rah-rah speeches after that story happened. You're like, I can't wrap my head around this one. All right, let's move on. Let's move on over to Rob. Rob, this one is called Not a Love Gun at the Strip Club.
Okay.
Whoa.
Super Bowl 41, Las Vegas. He wasn't playing in the Super Bowl, but cornerback Adam Pac-Man Jones was involved in one of the wildest incidents in Super Bowl history. While partying at a Las Vegas strip club, he got into an argument that led to a shooting, leaving one man paralyzed. Did it happen?
It happened.
It definitely did.
Wow.
And he got suspended for a year after that, and I don't think his career ever was the same.
These are insane stories. It's like a plot to a movie.
Oh, I got one that would be a great plot to a movie, and this one's from Matthew. It's called The Super Bank Heist. Ooh. Happened at Super Bowl 29 in Miami back in 1995. Thieves used the distraction of the Super Bowl happening in their city of Miami to pull off a bank heist. Now, most of the city's law enforcement were dealing with the Super Bowl, focused on the game, so the criminals broke into the bank through a back wall, made off with millions of dollars in cash. Did it happen, Matthew?
This one I've never heard of, so it's a guess. Let's go with the trend and say true.
Yes, it did happen. What? It wasn't discovered until the next morning, making it one of the most daring Super Bowl-related heists in history.
That is insanity.
That could be a movie plot.
I would watch that movie.
All right, we got one more for you, Rob. This one's robbery at Julian Edelman's Super Bowl party. Happened at Super Bowl 52. During Super Bowl weekend, Julian Edelman was having a VIP party in Atlanta where a group of armed robbers ambushed the partygoers, stole jewelry, watches, and cash from high-profile guests. Did it happen?
I'm just going to go with the trend and say yes, too.
Crazy, but all of these things happened. The suspects were later caught, and many of the stolen items were never recovered. This is why I don't throw Super Bowl parties.
Yeah, of course not.
You never know when someone's going to come into your house and just steal everybody's stuff.
Matthew and Rob, you guys nailed it this morning.
Right on. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
I love this song, by the way. It's a vibe. One of the most iconic rock bands is getting back together for the first time in 20 years, and it's going to be their final show ever.
So they're getting back together just to call it quits.
Exactly, Steve.
I kind of love that.
We're going to tell you who it is after Pearl Jam.
The Daily Migs Show.
The mighty Black Sabbath will be reuniting for the first time in 20 years for Back to the Beginning. This is a headlining show that they're going to be doing on July 5th at Villa Park, and this will be Ozzy's final performance of his career.
He's done.
He's done.
Understandably, his health hasn't been all that great. I'm shocked they're even doing a show.
And it's not just them. It's this crazy all-star lineup, Steve Migs. Metallica's on the bill, Slayer, Pantera, Alice in Chains, and a whole bunch more.
Gojira, Anthrax, Mastodon. I mean, this is like the greatest Ozfest of all time that's not called Ozfest.
I believe I saw Slash and Duff are going to be there.
Yeah, so what they're doing is they're going to do like all-star musicians. They're going to have like, I don't know what they're going to do with that. Fred Durst from Limp Bizkit's going to be there. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. But if I see Fred Durst up on stage with like Slash and Duff and, Billy Corgan's going to be doing some stuff. Lizzie Hale, Mike Borden from Faith No More. It seems like all of Ozzy's friends are getting together to celebrate the music of Ozzy and Black Sabbath.
And I honestly feel like it would be financially irresponsible for us to not go.
Well, I think the station should send us.
I think they should. We'll do the show from Villa Park.
Well, how many songs do you think, though, Black Sabbath's going to do? I mean, I hope people aren't going in there hoping to get like a full-on set. There's no way Ozzy has the health to be able to. I would be honestly surprised if they do more than 3 or 4 songs.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking in that like 5 to 7 range, maybe, if they were really pushing for it. Because remember the last time he played at that NFL game, he was like sitting in one of those little. What do you even call that thing?
It's kind of like a harness that kind of kept him in there. Yeah, honestly, if he just came out there and sat, if he had to sit and just did one song, I think if we could just get just to hear his voice one more time, and then maybe that's why you have all these friends that are singers that are around that they can kind of maybe duet with him, maybe take over the vocal things for. Then maybe Black Sabbath could do more songs. But obviously, the whole band's not getting any younger. But Ozzy seems to be the one that's like not doing the best.
And all these proceeds that they're going to be distributing will go to Cure Parkinson's, Birmingham Children's Hospital, and Acorn Children's Hospice. Tickets for this big Black Sabbath reunion are going to go on sale next Friday, February 14th via Live Nation.
How about Tom Morello's the music director for all this? So he's he's producing it. Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine, Audio Slave. And he said this will be the greatest heavy metal show ever.
He's not wrong.
It already sounds like it.
I want to go. Let's go. Let's also beat Migs this morning, yeah? Yeah. If you were listening to the cheat sheet yesterday at 5:40 on the men's room, that gave you 3 of the correct answers to the next game. And Steve has a record right now of 35 wins, 22 losses, and 5 ties in 2025. We got to close that gap, Rockaholics. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex lotion tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
So I actually tried Gemini a couple days ago, the Gemini Live where you can talk to it, and it is really crazy to have a full-on conversation with this thing. I was just messing around, so I asked it to give me ideas for hosting during the holidays. And when it starts giving you results, you can just stop it and say, okay, but what about something low-key for a smaller group? And then it adjusts to that, and you can just keep going until you get an idea you want. I think that's what I would use it for the most, brainstorming stuff. It's so good if you don't know where to start or if you hit a wall, you just go to Gemini. It helps you get the ball rolling. But obviously you can use it for all kinds of stuff. If you want to learn something new, you can have it give you advice, ask it to explain Bitcoin in simple terms, or you can have it quiz you on microbiology. I mean, imagine being a student and you've got this personal tutor on hand. It's hard to explain. You really just have to play around with it, see how it listens to you, responds, adapts to your style of conversation. Just try it out. It's free.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Dan from SeaTac is. Dan, are you there?
Oh, yeah.
Dan, were you listening to the men's room around 5:40 yesterday to hear the cheat sheet?
No, I was stuck in traffic dealing with a wreck.
Oh, that sounds horrible.
We're not good about the traffic, but good that you're a man of integrity and listen to the cheat sheet.
It's an even playing field.
Yes.
All right, Steve, get out of here. For those playing at home, Dan has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
What is the name of Charlie Brown's dog in the classic Peanuts franchise?
Snoopy.
Correct. What band has the hit songs Hurt and Closer?
Pass.
What is the name of the stadium where the Super Bowl will be played this year?
The Superdome.
Correct. Who played George Banks in the 90s romantic comedy Father of the Bride?
Steve Martin.
Yes. What famous DJ is collaborating with Heinz and releasing a limited edition mustard?
2 Chains.
No.
Pass.
Animals that live primarily or entirely on land are called what?
Mammals?
No.
Land dwellers?
No.
Pass.
What candy is individually wrapped and contains a joke on each wrapper?
Laffy Taffy.
Yes. What type of animal is Sven from the Frozen movies?
Squirrel?
No.
Rat?
No. Dan, you got 4 correct.
Okay.
Is there a CB radio in the background? What is happening?
Yeah. Who is that?
Oh, just some radio chatter. Some guys calling out something that's going wrong at SeaTac.
Oh! I thought they were saying good job to you or something.
Oh, no. I just had my radio up too loud because I was being blasted out by the jets. So.
Are you at work?
Yes, I am. I'm on my break.
Oh, I love that. Okay. Well, Steve, are you ready?
We will win. We will win. We will win.
Yes.
Wow. A little cocky there. What is the name of Charlie Brown's dog in the classic Peanuts franchise?
Snoopy.
Absolutely. What band has the hit songs Hurt and Closer?
9 Inch Nails.
Yes. What is the name of the stadium where the Super Bowl will be played this year?
Is that the Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
No.
The New Orleans Superdome?
No.
The Domey Dome. Domer.
No. Who played George Banks in the 90s romantic comedy Father of the Bride?
Oh, fun movie. Steve Martin.
Correct. What famous DJ is collaborating with Heinz and releasing a limited edition mustard?
That would be Miles Montgomery.
No.
I don't know. DJ Khaled?
No.
DJ Aoki?
No. Animals that live primarily
Marshmallow?
or entirely on land are called what? No.
Oh, it's DJ Mustard. Damn it.
I gave you the answer.
I know. What was the question again?
Animals that live primarily or entirely on land are called what?
Amphibian?
No.
Amphibious?
No.
Land things.
No. What candy is individually wrapped and contains a joke on each wrapper?
Laffy Taffy.
Yes. Steve? Okay, wait. Let me just ask Taryn really quick. You said New Orleans Superdome.
I would give that to him.
You would have?
Because it's called the Superdome.
Yeah.
Well,
and it's in New Orleans. I mean, I think that's the right answer.
Then in that case, you got 5 correct, which is a win. 5-4. Sorry, Dan.
All right, I'll get him next time.
Yes, you will.
Have a good day at work.
I'm the best. I'm the best.
Oh, it's now the Caesar Superdome.
I would have taken Superdome or Caesar Superdome.
I remember it was Mercedes-Benz Stadium. That's what when I went for WrestleMania, I think that's what it was called.
And you said New Orleans Superdome? I don't know. You finally got...
I don't know either. But I'm going to go with what Taryn said because I probably would have said no, I didn't deserve it.
I mean, I think Jeopardy would have given that to you. So
I don't think Jeopardy would even let me through the front door.
No. You eventually got that DJ Mustard is finally making a limited edition mustard. Very exciting.
And I don't even know who the hell DJ Mustard is until the story came out.
Oh, he makes all like the hip hop beats, like the Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Not like us, the famous beat that he won a bajillion Grammys for.
It's DJ Mustard.
Yeah. Danny, animals that live primarily or entirely on land are called what?
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you knew this. Terrestrial.
Oh.
Terrestrial.
That.
Yes. And one you didn't get to, which I know you're going to know. What type of animal is Sven from the Frozen movies?
Reindeer.
Yep. See, I knew it. Well, congrats. You still beat Dan.
Marshawn Lynch, Beast Mode, does a podcast. And on a recent episode, he ended up going off on a former teammate and called him soft.
Because he was soft as well, because he was soft.
Who do you think he's talking about?
And it's not who you think.
You're going to hear from Beast Mode himself after Ozzy Osbourne.
The Daly Migs Show.
The Get Got Pod features Marshawn Lynch and Mike Robinson, and they just had former Seahawks offensive line coach Tom Cable on as a guest.
And Tom was the coach for them back when they won the Super Bowl.
Those were some good years back then, Steve.
Absolutely, all three of those guys.
So while they were chatting, they brought up former O-lineman Russell Okung, and Marshawn ended up going off on his former teammate.
Now what I got to do is get this guy to grind, because sometimes he drive me crazy because it's passive. Because he was soft as well, because he was a left tackle,
Marshawn doesn't pull back at all. It's just right on Tom's trying to be all political with it. Like, he was a very sensitive guy. Marshawn's like, he was soft.
Left tackle, Because he was soft. He was soft. No. Russell used to want to kill me because I'll tell it, he was soft. Russell gonna tell you right now.
No. Okung, he was soft.
I'm going to call him. Give me some Bitcoin.
Love that. I would love to have been in a locker room to watch some of the ridiculousness that was going on behind the scenes, like them arguing over if he's soft or not.
What a blast.
Give me some Bitcoin with your soft ass.
He just ate the...
That's been Bitcoin. That's soft. Give me my money in cash.
Okay. So if you don't know, Russell Okung was one of the few players that decided I want to get paid in Bitcoin instead of getting paid in cash or getting paid, with a check. And I think at one point, I'm not sure where it's at now, but he got $6 million in Bitcoin. He says it's over 20 million.
Oh my gosh.
And he was also, he represented himself. Russell was he was his own kind of dude. He was a little different
for sure
in that sense.
Give me my money in cash. Put the every day.
I done sponge blocked with him before. I done been in the mix with him before.
I didn't say he ain't strong.
He was soft.
Oh, bro, I'm telling you, get you. I didn't just play with Russell. I go out with Russell. I party with Russell.
Mike's point.
He was soft.
You were the ringleader because you had the ball in your hand, so you're going to initiate everything.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, then you had all these dudes coming. Russ would be a step behind saying, if they mess with any of them, I'm going to get them.
I'm telling you.
And you didn't realize that.
That was cute.
No.
So that's cute that you're sticking up for your guy, but he was soft.
I feel like we had just as many bleeps as we had not bleeps in that clip.
It's insane. On YouTube, they don't let the F words go. So it's just like, oh my goodness, man, it's tough to follow what Marshawn's saying when you can't hear him say what he wants to say.
He's a gem.
And
forever.
How about today? It's the anniversary. It was today back in 2014 that all of us were freezing our. Well, to quote Marshawn Lynch,
grabbing my ding-dings.
Freezing our ding-dings off outside, celebrating with the big Super Bowl parade.
Didn't he have a bottle of Fireball riding on the float? That was the best.
They rode on the Ducks.
The Ducks,
back in the Ride the Ducks days, and they were riding through the streets of Seattle, and everybody's having a great time, especially Marshawn, who I don't know if he got it from a fan or he just had it, but he was letting fans have swigs from
Absolutely. And how else did we stay warm? We needed that Fireball. It was a cold day.
It was so cold. It was unbearable. I remember we all ended up in the stadium for the speeches and all the pomp and circumstance, but your hands were numb because it was so cold. But we stood out there because we weren't soft.
Yeah, because we're Super Bowl champions.
Yeah, I think Russell Okung was in the locker room. With the
being
heater.
soft.
No.
The Super Bowl is coming up this weekend, and the commercials are already being released online. And for some reason, this has really pissed a lot of people off. So we're going to have to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daly Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell right, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Yeah, sure thing.
Hey, you sold that car yet?
Yeah, sold it to Carvana.
Oh, I thought you were selling to that guy.
The guy who wanted to pay me in foreign currency, no interest, over 36 months? Yeah, no. Carvana gave me an offer in minutes, picked it up, and paid me on the spot. It was so convenient.
Just like that.
Yeah?
No hassle.
None.
That is super convenient.
Sell your car to Carvana and swap hassle for convenience. Pickup fees may apply.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
Ahead of the Super Bowl featuring the Eagles and the Chiefs, a lot of the commercials have already been released and are available for online consumption,
I feel
Steve.
like each day there's like a handful that are out to the point where I'm like, I think we've seen them all now.
Yeah, it really doesn't leave a lot of anticipation around the Super Bowl commercials at all. So
have you been paying attention to any of them?
I watched the Meg Ryan and Billy Crystal one, which was so funny.
Yep.
Sydney Sweeney makes a little cameo appearance in there, which is great as well.
They do the whole When Harry Met Sally scene that was in the restaurant that involves some happy moments.
Yeah, for mayonnaise.
It's pretty fantastic, yes.
There's the Coors Light Slow Monday featuring the Sloths.
Okay.
There's some really cute ones, but some people are already feeling a little bit upset about this. So we need to go straight to the comments.
Yep, this is a chance for us to illustrate how people get worked up over the dumbest stuff. And this might be truly the dumbest thing, is that people are mad that commercials are out for consumption before the actual Super Bowl. So in honor of the big game, reading the comments that we found, is the star of the Super Bowl, of course, Taylor Swift. So we have Robot Taylor with the comments. Are you ready?
Let's hear it.
I'm just so done. Seriously done. I mean, Santa doesn't drop off presents a week early. Why are they doing this?
Well, you say it that way. You're absolutely right.
I mean, I would not compare Christmas to the Super Bowl ever, but here we are.
I mean, the Seahawks went in. Then that year, yeah, it's way better than Christmas. Sorry, Santa.
All of my excitement for the Super Bowl is gone. This is what's wrong with our country.
Shut up.
We all gather together this Sunday to celebrate commercialism at its worst. And don't even get me started on the actual game and the f***ing crooked reefs.
Okay, I think she meant refs. Robot Taylor's not really good with certain words that aren't actual words, apparently.
Crooked reef? Does that mean it's like laced with something? What is crooked reef?
I can't wait to celebrate the commercialization of America this Sunday, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Come on. Relax, people.
There will never be a better commercial than the Budweiser Frog commercial. Bud. Wise.
Those were great.
Would you say that's the greatest? What's better? The Budweiser Frogs or the What's Up?
Oh, probably was that. Because that just became a phrase that people used everywhere.
But I would get fired up when all of a sudden it would cut to the scene of like in a pond or in like the lake, and then all of a sudden you just hear the frogs kind of going ribbit.
Oh, they're going to say it.
They're going to do it.
Say it.
They're going to do
the
it.
thing.
Thank you. I want to see the commercials, but the last thing I want to see is the Chiefs win again and that annoying wench, Taylor Swift.
Robot Taylor, not a fan of Taylor Swift.
I'm not a Swiftie, but she doesn't bother me at all. Like I think she's great.
When people get so mad, I'm like, it's for seconds. It's for seconds, and they move on. Like, if that bothers you that much, man, maybe life is pretty good for you because it shouldn't bother you that much.
Yeah, get over it.
Sick. Now that the commercials are online, I don't have to watch Super Sports Ball this Sunday or whatever it's called.
Oh, shut up. You know it's called the Super Bowl. And you know it's called football. You don't need to go down that road. Oh, did you see just this morning the most recent Super Bowl commercial?
No.
Oh, my gosh. It's the greatest thing ever. It involves Seal. You remember the singer Seal?
Yes.
And he's a seal that sings from Mountain Dew.
No.
And here's a clip of it.
On the bay. Ooh, the mom, I think I read a strange on the sea. Yeah, my flippers got whole Mountain Dew. It slips right on through watershed.
I want to be in that marketing meeting where someone was like, here's the pitch.
Yeah, was it acid? Was it marijuana or mushrooms? Somebody came up with this when they were on some kind of a mind-altering experience.
Oh, I think that's already my favorite one.
Just the guy.
That is insane.
He looks like a seal with Seal's head on it. It's so great. You can find it online right now. Or wait for the Super Bowl.
How much does what does Seal say is his payday for that? I'm sure he had to do some negotiating.
If I'm Seal, I do that for free just so I can see myself superimposed or like CGI as a seal. Oh, it's so great. Like, honestly, though, like, it would be pretty awesome, though, on Super Bowl Sunday if that was the first time you saw that. So I might be on the side of all these commenters.
The element of surprise, we like it. We do.
I think that was awesome, though.
480 people have died trying to do something that we all do on possibly a daily basis. So what is that? We're going to tell you what's trending after AC/DC.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know that many of you are just waking up and getting your day going, and the world is moving so fast around us. There's so much happening in pop culture, and we're going to help you sort it out by telling you what's trending.
Trending on the Daily Migs Show. Trending, let's go. Let's go.
But first, a selfie. A new study shows that between 2008 and 2024, selfie-related deaths are up to 480. And they say that this is outpacing the deaths from shark attacks.
Well, yeah, I'm not around sharks as much as I am around my cell phone. So, dude, I see so many people every day just like so... And I'm guilty of it. I definitely am a slave to my cell phone at times. But I mean, we're at a point where like they're holding it up, not paying attention to what they're walking into.
No. Yeah, selfie-related deaths are a big problem. People are trying to get the shot and all that good stuff. And a lot of these are falling from heights, drownings being the most common causes. Everybody wants those likes, baby.
I still think my favorite one was, there's two that are my favorites. With the person that was like so into their phone that they were walking and they tripped in a mall and went right into like the fountain, like the pond, like the little fountain where people throw pennies into.
Oh my God.
And then the other one was someone so like knee deep into whatever they were doing on their phone as they're walking the streets. I think of New York, and it was like one of those things where like the something you could open up and go into the floor, and like those you know what I'm talking about. And it was open, and they didn't realize it, and they just tripped and went right into it.
Oh boy.
It's just like, come on, put your phone down.
Practice safe selfies, okay?
The Grammys happened. I know I'm the only one of the four of us that watched it, and apparently that seemed to be the case for a lot of people because ratings were down a little bit, 12% decrease from last year. 15.4 million people still ended up watching the Grammys and got to witness Shakira and all of her greatness. That's all that matters. And they did say that it was the most social television program ever, generating 102.2 million online interactions. So I don't think the Grammys are having any hard time like with making money off of their broadcast, from the social media stuff to the TV stuff as well. But also they did give some money back to a great cause. They raised over $9 million for wildfire relief in California during the broadcast, and an additional $15 million over the weekend. So whether or not you like the Grammys, that's awesome they were able to make that happen.
Well, to dovetail on that, Steve, last week, that fire aid benefit, that show has already raised over $100 million to support the needs of the victims that have been affected and all the long-term recovery that's going to be associated with repairing after the devastating wildfires in LA. 50 million viewers watched everyone from Green Day and Billie Eilish. That was a pretty cool team up. Lady Gaga was there, Stevie Wonder, Jelly Roll, Nirvana's reunion happened. It was just really cool. No doubt that was a big highlight for me.
I didn't know that the Chili Peppers were there. I thought I watched all the rock artists because I made it a point to like go find like the, thank goodness for YouTube when people put timestamps on the performances.
So helpful.
And just click right to like No Doubt's performance. Danny, did you watch Green Day?
No.
Oh, it was so good.
Billie Eilish came out. They sang, I can't remember what song they sang, but it's like one of their slower tracks.
Yeah, it's off of it.
It's relatively new.
It is. I watched clips. I didn't watch the whole performance.
They were great.
No, super good.
Well, you don't know until you watch the whole
I watched the little clips that I needed to, Steve. I was just sad that I wasn't there.
Oh, man, that would have been a great concert to be at.
For sure.
Speaking of, I got to give a shout out to Jimmy Kimmel. I don't know if you watched last night. So he had two firefighters on to give them some love for everything that's going on with what they had to deal with. And he made it a point to get a firefighter that is a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs and a firefighter that's a fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. So he's talking to both of them, and they're both on via Zoom. And then he's like, you know what? I have a pair of tickets to go to the Super Bowl for one of you. And he had them compete in stupid stuff. And it mostly was visual. Like, he's like, okay, you have X amount of time. Go find everything that's the colors of your favorite team. And like the Chiefs fan was a little bit of an older dude. He got some stuff, but the Eagles fan was like a younger, relatively new firefighter. And he was finding like a sponge because there's green in the sponge. It was pretty funny. And then one of the challenges was, okay, now go run around the firehouse and grab another human and bring him back. Like grab one of your coworkers. Within seconds, the Eagles fan had one of his fellow firefighters in a fireman's carry over his shoulders. Like, it was within seconds. It was like you couldn't time it better, to the point where Jimmy's like, did he just jump from the ceiling and land on you? Like, how'd you get that to happen so fast? But the best part of it, he made sure he hooked up both of them with tickets.
Oh,
And I was like, that was pretty freaking cool.
Good guy, Jimmy Kimmel.
So both the Chiefs fan and the Eagles fan get to go with, and not go together, but bring somebody with them. So I thought that was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Rockaholics, how would you like to beat Steve? You have one more chance this morning to make that happen. And he has a current record of 36 wins, 22 losses, and 5 ties in 2025. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
Look, we're all human. We push-pull doors, we blow on ice cream to cool it down, and sometimes we forget to check our blind spots. That's why the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid offers class-leading advanced safety features, like an available blind spot view monitor, which shows you a live video feed of your blind spots, because the Tucson Hybrid is made for humans who are just that, human. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
So I actually tried Gemini a couple days ago, the Gemini Live where you can talk to it, and it is really crazy to have a full-on conversation with this thing. I was just messing around, so I asked it to give me ideas for hosting during the holidays. And when it starts giving you results, you can just stop it and say, okay, but what about something low-key for a smaller group? And then it adjusts to that, and you can just keep going until you get an idea you want. I think that's what I would use it for the most, brainstorming stuff. It's so good if you don't know where to start or if you hit a wall, you just go to Gemini. It helps you get the ball rolling. But obviously you can use it for all kinds of stuff. If you want to learn something new, you can have it give you advice, ask it to explain Bitcoin in simple terms, or you can have it quiz you on microbiology. I mean, imagine being a student and you've got this personal tutor on hand. It's hard to explain. You really just have to play around with it, see how it listens to you, responds, adapts to your style of conversation. Just try it out. It's free.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 1070622.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at Fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
If you have health insurance, you might be able to see a personal dietitian for $0 out of pocket. Nourish connects you with a dietitian that fits your needs, covered by your insurance. Nourish accepts hundreds of insurance plans, and 94% of patients pay $0 out of pocket. Meet with your dietitian online and message them anytime through the Nourish app. With hundreds of 5-star reviews from real patients, you know you're in good hands. Find your dietitian at usenourish.com. That's usenourish.com.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're
a loser. Who's ready to beat Migs? I know Doug from Olympia is. Doug, are you there? Doug?
Doug.
Doug. What's happening?
Doug?
Are you in the snow? What's going on?
I don't know.
Oh!
Can you hear me?
Yes,
okay.
Now we can.
Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Whew, you got me nervous there for a sec. All right, Steve.
We're about to send the cops.
I know. Get out of here.
Bye-bye.
For those playing at home, Doug has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you'll only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Take Me Out to the Ball Game is sung at what sporting event?
Baseball.
Heck yeah. Which type of bird is associated with bringing babies to people?
Stork.
Yes. Lake Tahoe straddles 2 states, California and what?
Nevada.
Correct. What fast food chain has used the slogan, Hot Eats, Cool Treats?
Hot what?
Hot Eats, Cool Treats.
Oh, Dairy Queen.
Yes. Who played Richard in the 90s comedy Tommy Boy?
Tommy Boy. Chris Farley?
No.
David Spade.
Yes. A scientist who studies earthquakes is called a what?
Seismologist.
Yes. Who has won the most Super Bowl MVP awards?
Tom Brady.
Correct. A butterfly's taste buds are primarily located where?
In its throat.
No.
In its nose.
No.
In its mouth.
No. A Donald Duck signature hat is mainly what color?
Yellow?
No.
Red.
No.
White.
No.
Oslo?
No.
No, that's Norway. Oh, Sweden. I don't know.
Doug, you got 7 correct. Oh, you were on a roll.
Just cruising through right answer after right answer.
I know. I loved it. I hope the ending doesn't matter.
I think it might be close, but I'm still putting all my money on Dougie Fresh.
Me too.
Dougie Fresh.
Yeah.
All right, Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
Take Me Out to the Ball Game is sung at what sporting event?
Baseball.
Yes. Which type of bird is associated with bringing babies to people?
Stork.
Yes. Like Lake Tahoe straddles 2 states, California and what?
Yeah, it does. Nevada?
Yes. What fast food chain has used the slogan, Hot Eats, Cool Treats?
The Acropolis.
No. You hear the word straddle and you get unhinged.
I'm all out of all sorts. Dairy Queen.
Wow, correct. Who played Richard in the 90s comedy Tommy Boy?
Crap. Was that David Spade?
It was. A scientist who studies earthquakes is called a what?
A seismologist?
Wow, correct. Who has won the most Super Bowl MVP awards?
Ooh. Joe Montana.
No.
Tom Brady.
Yes. A butterfly's taste buds are primarily located where?
On their wings?
No.
On their feet?
Wow, yes. Donald Duck's signature hat is mainly what color?
Signature hat. Blue.
Correct. What is the capital of Sweden?
Fishville.
No.
What? Sweetest fish.
Oh.
No. It's a bad dad joke, guys.
It was horrible.
I'll just keep my blindfold on so I don't have to see the look of disappointment in the 3 of you.
Yeah, because if you had gotten that right, you could have got a perfect 10.
I don't know anywhere in Sweden.
But instead you got 9, which is still a win, 9-7. Sorry, Doug.
Damn you, Donald Duck.
Damn you, Donald Duck. I guess he didn't get that one right.
He did not. He also didn't know that the butterfly's taste buds are on their feet.
Yeah.
I'm very impressed that you did.
Thank you, Washington State Fair. They have the little butterfly exhibit, and you get to spend a couple extra dollars. You go in there, and then they give you some honey, and you can feed them, and you see them with their little feet are on there.
Are you serious? Yes, I've never done that.
Oh, absolutely. Tatum loves it.
That
it's
seems
crazy.
like your jam, Taryn.
I would love that.
Next time we go to the Washington State Fair, we'll do it.
I want to go.
Yeah.
Taryn or Danny, does anyone know the capital of Sweden?
Is it Stockholm?
Sure is.
Damn it.
Yeah, I was like, you know Stockholm, right?
Stockholm, yeah.
Could have got a perfect 10, but you still won. Congrats.
All week, we have been asking you, the listener, the rockaholic, to make us a Super Bowl commercial because we are on a budget, which is $0. But we really wanted to be represented for the Super Bowl. So all you have to do is go to the Odyssey app and record your big game ad. And you so far have delivered.
Yes, we have a couple good ones.
And so we're going to hear the Rockaholics' big game ads after Smashing Pumpkins.
The Daly Migs Show.
All week, we have been asking you to make a Super Bowl commercial for us, the Daly Migs Show. And the way we'd like you to do it is by opening up your Odyssey app on your smartphone and record your big game ad. You could make it dramatic, like a movie trailer. You could make it completely ridiculous. We will add some effects in post.
A little music bed here and there if it makes sense.
Zhuzh it up.
So far, I mean, the Rockaholics have delivered and given us some fun ones, and we have a couple more for today. Are you ready for the first big game ad from a Rockaholic?
Let's go.
All right.
Daily Migs Show fans, it has finally come to determine whose diet is better in this year's Daily Migs Bowl. On one side, we have Farm Girl Taryn Daly and Emo Danny V for the meats, and the other, we have a bald wrestler Migs and a 50-year-old Sarah representing the plant-based weirdos. Stay tuned to see the action and watch the meats destroy the weirdos.
Hey, hold on a second. We haven't even played the game yet.
And Danny and I already have a fan club. This is awesome.
Your team's called the Meats?
The Meats.
And we need jerseys.
Oh, yes.
The meats destroy the weirdos.
Yes,
I love that.
The Meats versus the Weirdos.
Oh, I
I'm
can't
in.
wait.
Let's go Team Weirdos. With, of course...
And a 50-year-old Sarah...
I'm not starting to like any of these commercials at all.
Every single commercial has said something about me being a wrestler, you're a farm, Danny emo, and you old.
And I'm 50.
Yeah.
I think I have the worst one.
And a 50-year-old Sarah.
Well, it hurts because it's true, right?
You
I'm a weirdo.
You look really good for your age.
You're crushing it.
Thanks.
All right, we have another one. Are you ready, Taryn?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Hey, Daly and Big Show, it's Hannah, and here's my Super Bowl commercial. Howdy, folks. Welcome to Taryn Daly's Farm Emporium, where if you need it, we probably got it. Need a goat? Boom. We got him. Big ones, little ones that'll eat your shoelaces right off your feet. Need a rooster? Guess what? We just got a new one, and this bad boy don't mess around. Don't believe in alarm clocks? Perfect. You won't need one, because this feathered psychopath will make sure you never sleep again. Just don't tell Taryn's husband, Brad. Need a wallet chain? We got an emo boy named Danny who will give you his. Just walk up to him, say something sad, and boom, free wallet chain. Comes with a side of accidental crisis. Okie dokie. Need shampoo? Oh, honey, we got shampoo. Why? Because Migs is bald and he doesn't need it. I mean, he's really bald. Yeehaw! Need anti-aging lotion? Ha! Well, you're out of luck. Sarah already used it all, and guess what? It didn't work. Darn tootin'. So what are you waiting for? Come on down to Taryn Daly's Farm Emporium. Open bright and early every morning on the Daly Migs Show.
Okay, that might be my favorite one so far.
That was amazing.
That was fantastic.
Shout out to that
To
commercial
Hannah.
creator.
Yes.
Holy cow.
Darn
She nailed
tootin'.
us. Darn tootin'.
Darn tootin'.
Oh.
Need it? We got it.
Again, we invite you to go to the Odyssey app, open that sucker up, and record your very own Super Bowl commercial for the Daily Migs Show.
I mean, that one's great. All of them have been great, but maybe the diet one, the meats versus the plant-based weirdos, might be my favorite just because of this part.
And a 50-year-old Sarah.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Sarah.
I think it's my least favorite. Actually, all of them, really.
You hated them all, huh?
Yes.
Someone said Sarah sounds like she's 50.
Yeah, thanks.
I sound like I'm 50 and I look like I'm 50. You guys,
And a 50-year-old Sarah.
you guys really want me to spiral, and it's working. Oh, no. It is working.
We're just we're testing to see how good your therapist is doing.
Not doing very good, clearly.
You haven't stabbed any of us, so I feel like that's a success story.
It's
She
getting
hasn't
pretty
even
close.
thrown anything. I mean, I'm surprised.
Me too.
And a 50-year-old Sarah.
Rockaholics, we know that you are a massive music fan, but do you think that you could name a song after only hearing 1 second from the chorus?
Here, let me put you to the test. Are you ready? Guess the song.
And a 50-year-old Sarah.
Steve, do you want to get stabbed?
Can we switch seats?
Yes.
I need a buffer.
Prove it to us, and if you do, we're going to hook you up with tickets to see 9 Inch Nails at Climate Pledge Arena, and that show is happening August 12th. The number to call is 206-803-ROCK, and we will play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
The Daily Migs Show.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell right, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
What is Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
All morning, we have received texts and calls from you that we haven't had a chance to chat about. But right now, we are checking in with the Rockaholics, brought to you by Palace Law. So call up if there's something you'd like to chime in on from the show today, or if you have anything on your mind that you would like to discuss with us. 206-803-ROCK.
Looking at some of the text lines, somebody did talk about, earlier we were talking about how there are people now trying to get their own like chicken setups so they can have their own eggs because the prices of eggs are just ridiculous. I think like Waffle House has like an egg surcharge or something like that these days. And you mentioned how there's one of your neighbors that keeps bugging you about trying to get some eggs because you've got the hookup.
Yeah.
How's that been going so far?
I mean, yesterday was the first day we got 3 eggs in one day. So the egg production goes down a little bit in the winter, and then when we ramp up towards spring, it starts to come back. So we're getting 3 eggs a day now.
Well, someone said, I used to trade salmon for eggs, and you're correct. People think your eggs are free, and people also think that the salmon I catch is free as well, but they don't take into the fact all the expenses, such as like, boat, gas, mortgage, licenses, gear, all that kind of stuff, like for the home and all.
For sure.
Yeah. So, I would never think if somebody's going out, like, I had a buddy that used to have like a property right by the water, and he'd always go crabbing, and he'd always have like crab pots full, and they'd have these great feasts. And whenever he would invite me over to eat, I was like so appreciative. Never once would I think, hey, can you grab a couple extra crabs and give them to me so I could bring them home?
Never?
No.
Oh my gosh. We're always handing out free crabs. Wow.
How's Brad been doing with that?
No, in the summertime, we get, sometimes you get too many and you don't want them to go bad, so you got to give them away.
Yeah, I never really bothered the person to be like, hey, can you give me some crabs?
Give me some of them crabs, girl.
We got text since we're talking a little bit about food. Have you seen the TikTok video that's going viral of a woman and her brother fighting over what is chocolate cake? I just saw it also on a couple of websites where like this has now become an online debate about whether or not something. It's like the old vanilla cakes. Remember like the old school ones where your parents would make, or you bring them to school and then it has the chocolate frosting on it? Whether or not that should be called chocolate cake. And dude, this argument between her and her brother is one of the funniest things because they are so spirited. Like they are so mad at each other that it just cracks me up.
We're having a debate in my home.
It's not a debate.
It's a debate about yellow cake.
Chocolate or chocolate.
It's the yellow cake. So we're having a debate in our home about yellow cake and chocolate icing. Everybody is saying that it's chocolate cake instead of your yellow cake with chocolate icing. If I bring to a party a yellow cake and chocolate icing, y'all gonna expect a chocolate cake.
Chocolate cake.
It's not.
Okay, first of all, You show up to my house with one of those yellow cakes with chocolate frosting, I will give you the biggest hug.
I'm not complaining.
That is straight up nostalgia right there. That was my birthday cake every year in my entire childhood.
I want that today.
Yeah. So that's why my wife's like getting all like these, like going a little foofy with the birthday cakes for Tatum. I'm like, do you not understand? All you got to do is do one of those simple vanilla cakes, throw some chocolate up frosting on it, and you're good to go.
But would you call that a chocolate cake?
I don't think I would.
No. It's not a chocolate cake. It's a yellow cake with chocolate icing.
Yeah, I think she's unhinged, but I think her brother's right.
You think he's right that it is a chocolate cake?
Oh, he says it's not a chocolate cake.
I thought she was saying it's not a chocolate cake.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind. My brain's not complete. There's a lot of yelling going on.
It's hard to track.
That is not a chocolate cake. A chocolate cake consists of cocoa.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, I'm with her. I'm on the crazy lady.
You know,
I'm
honestly,
100% with her.
They make no sense. Like, they're just going back and forth. Honestly, that sounds like an argument just between, like, people who just love each other so much.
That's a chocolate. That is not.
I mean, I wouldn't want to disagree with her.
I wouldn't want to be their parents.
Oh, boy.
Could you imagine the arguing that's going on if this is the thing that you're getting that mad about?
Cake is a very heated subject.
And I'm not a fan of chocolate, but when it comes to that cake, the vanilla, I think it was even like about 5 or 6 years ago, my wife was like, well, what kind of cake do you want? And I was like, well, either I want an ice cream cake or I just want the old school vanilla cake with the chocolate frosting on it. And she ended up doing that one.
That's the best. And if you got a sheet cake back in the day and there was like a giant, flower on the side or like a hot air balloon, did you always want that piece? Because I always wanted the piece that had the extra frosting.
No, actually, I didn't want the extra frosting.
Are you the one that would scrape it off directly onto my plate? Because I'll eat it.
I was like, sometimes when they put like little random like decorations on there, I was always afraid that it wouldn't, like, it was like someone was punking me. And it was going to be like a hard plastic and not actually like a candy.
No, that's like the best part.
So I was just like, I don't want that. Get that crap away from me.
I want that part.
So if the cake is made out of chocolate, then it's chocolate cake. Yellow cake is yellow cake with chocolate frosting.
Yes. Yep. She's right.
Yeah. Her brother's out of his mind.
He is.
Yeah.
We're checking in with the Rockaholics, 206-803-ROCK.
Somebody did want to know who you guys rooting for the Super Bowl.
I'm rooting for the Eagles, of course, because my son is rooting for the Eagles, and I want to see Taylor Swift cry.
Taryn!
Just one time.
I don't want to see Taylor Swift cry, and I want to see Barrett cry, so I'm rooting for the Kansas City. Wow.
Yeah.
I changed my mind.
Steve knows what's up.
That's what's up, yeah.
See, and I want it like the Taryn. Like, I'm going for the Eagles because I want Taylor Swift to cry, and then I want a new Taylor Swift, like, really sad album.
I don't think she's going to make a record about how the
You
Chiefs
never
lost
know.
the Super Bowl.
You know why? Because she's going to break up with Travis, and it's going to be an album.
Oh, my gosh.
I will be not in good shape on Monday morning if that happens.
Oh, come on.
Come on,
You're
me.
really going to be that sad about this?
Yeah, I will be.
It's not even your team.
Are you going to wear all your Chiefs gear on Sunday?
I have an I Love Taylor Swift shirt, actually, I'm going to wear.
Does
Thanks
that
for
just
asking.
double as Chiefs gear now?
Yes, it does.
But there's part of me, and I know there are good Eagles fans out there. I just don't know if I want to reward some of the most insufferable fans in the entire world. Like whenever you hear like those stories of them just being complete and utter jerks to other fans, like, do we really want to encourage that?
Maybe. No. Many people do believe that the NFL is rigged with refs.
Oh yeah, if the Chiefs win, it's rigged.
I actually saw a photo last night of Patrick Mahomes in a hot tub with 2 refs. It was totally real.
That wasn't artificial intelligence
at all. It was totally real.
Yeah.
But someone in the media actually brought this up to a couple of the star players that will be featured in this year's Super Bowl. One handled it like a champ, and the other, not so much. You're going to hear what happened at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
At Super Bowl Media Day, there was a reporter who just leaned right into the conspiracy theories that the NFL rigs the games in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs. So Patrick Mahomes was asked who his favorite ref is.
Patrick, for your whole career, you have had so many great people help you win. So who is your favorite ref?
Oh, okay.
I'm out with it.
But you know what? These media days are so crazy. I think you have to go into it when you sit down. I think the media people, media relation people have to tell the players, like, just be prepared. Like, there's going to be some out there questions.
For sure.
So here, this is how Patrick responded.
As players, all the refs are great. All the refs are great. They do the best they can. Is there one that you give a Christmas card to every year, possibly? Not that I can remember. I'll have to talk to some of my teammates and we can kind of figure it out.
Good on him for trying to answer it serious, even though he says, hey, all of them are great. What do you want from me?
Well, Mr. Swift, otherwise known as Travis Kelce, he was not feeling it.
Travis, what do you love more? Taylor Swift or phantom 15-yard roughing the passer penalties in the playoffs?
That's a good question. Anybody else?
He just looked away from me. Like,
he's not even going to touch it.
But, the media days are just so crazy and so wacky. Like, there's all these cast of characters. I think everyone's doing it to get, like, TikTok shares and Instagram likes and whatever it may be. I did like one of the questions because I thought the answer was pretty... I was like, I guess I would have never even thought about this. And I think Sarah will appreciate that someone was asking Travis Kelce about a certain something when it came to Taylor Swift.
Ooh. One dish or one piece of food that Taylor Swift makes that will fuel you for the big game. The one thing you love how she makes.
So if you couldn't hear it, said one dish or one meal that Taylor Swift makes that will fuel you for the big game.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think it would be? I'm not picturing Taylor Swift making anything.
Me either.
Right?
I was like, she can cook? Wow, I'm even more impressed. I'm going to say fettuccine Alfredo.
To get him ready for the big game?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what he says.
Ooh, she is quite the cook. I would say, man, I'm a breakfast guy, man. Her Pop-Tarts are unbelievable, man. Homemade Pop-Tarts, unbelievable.
Homemade Pop-Tarts?
What?
Who's making homemade Pop-Tarts?
Apparently T-Swizzle.
I kind of want to try a homemade Pop-Tart, though.
God.
Wouldn't it be funny if they were just out of the box? She was just like, babe, these are the best. I made these from scratch.
Quickly unwraps them, puts them in the toaster or in the microwave for a second, throws the box away, puts something on top of it so he doesn't see it.
What was your go-to flavor of Pop-Tart as a young person?
Strawberry.
That's the king of Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
I agree, 100%.
Oh, I was all about mint chocolate chip.
What? Are you kidding me? I'm going to barf right now.
I did like a fudge one as well every once in a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cookie dough is the best.
Oh.
I don't know if I ever had that.
All of you look at me
I
like
didn't
I
even know
was
that
crazy.
was an option.
If you do a Pop-Tart cookie dough, you put it in the freezer and eat it cold. Ooh. Game changer.
Okay.
Oh, man, I like my Pop-Tarts hot like Taylor Swift.
Michael Jordan's son was arrested. But was he arrested while wearing Air Jordans? We're going to find out during the Daily Migs download after Van Halen.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by SeattleBoatShow.com. I got a question for you. It involves the world of Seattle sports. What are you more excited about? The start of the Seahawks season, the start of the Mariners season, or the end of the Kraken season?
The latter.
The end of the Kraken season. Man, this has been a rough go this year. It's definitely not their season. They ended up losing yesterday. They tied the game to go into overtime against the Detroit Red Wings, but Patrick Kane set an NHL record with his 53rd career shootout goal, helping the Detroit Red Wings beat the Kraken 5-4. That's their 7th straight victory. Now, for the Kraken, they've lost 4 of their last 5, which seems to just be on par for the entire season. It has not been a good year for the Kraken, but up next, they're at home, taking on Toronto, and that'll be happening tomorrow. So, I mean, if you want to see one of the original 6 teams, this is a good reason to go.
There you go.
I'm kidding. Right?
Let's go Kraken.
Go Kraken. Release that Kraken.
Michael Jordan's 34-year-old son Marcus was arrested for DUI and coke possession. He got his Lamborghini SUV stuck on train tracks. Did you see the photo of it? It looked like he was trying to drive down the tracks, pretty much.
I still can't get over the fact that he has a Lamborghini SUV. I mean, Dad did very well for himself. I got to imagine that's not from whatever Michael Jordan's son is doing for a living.
Yeah, I don't think so. But when the cops
imagine
got there,
buying your kid a Lamborghini.
Maybe someday.
I'll
not
get
in this industry.
I mean, maybe those remote control ones that you get at not Toys R Us, Target.
When the
Toys R
cops
Us.
arrived to the train tracks, they noticed that he was slurring, so they performed field sobriety tests. He obviously failed all of those. And in the footage and everything, they keep talking about that he was saying how much he disagrees with them. I disagree with you, sir. I disagree with you.
And it got kind of heated.
Got a little heated.
Yeah.
And yes, he was, in fact, wearing Air Jordans.
Also, he did the "Don't you know who my dad is?" He's like, "My dad's Michael Jordan," which I mean, that should just get you out of everything, right?
I mean, I would use it if I were him.
I'm glad that the reporters let us know that he was wearing Air Jordans. So I think that's very important information that usually reporters would leave out.
Fashion is his passion.
Let's talk about this woman in Oregon. Her name is Elizabeth. She's 94 years old, and she just got in trouble with the law because, well, even though at the age of 94, she still likes fast cars. She still likes speeding. She was driving 106 miles per hour in Baker City, Oregon. In addition to speeding, she was cited for failing to secure a child passenger. This is a grandma of the year, or great-grandma.
Naughty grandma.
Bad grandma. And a bunch of fines. She's going to get in a lot of trouble. The fines, they're about nearly $1,800.
Yikes. Take the keys away. A Florida man named Keith fled a traffic stop while wearing a Dalmatian onesie. Do you think he was cosplaying as Marshall from Paw Patrol?
Yes, probably. Why not, right?
He still had one wrist handcuffed.
Tatum would be really fired up to see this guy.
After he crashed his truck into a tree, they had to tase him, but he still managed to evade, and he was gone for like a full day before they were able to track him down at his girlfriend's house, where he was then arrested on multiple charges, including reckless driving and possession of meth.
Was he still wearing the onesie?
That I don't know.
Because I'd love to see a mugshot with him in the Dalmatian onesie. It would be pretty awesome.
Epic.
Hey, before we get out of here, I just want to send our thoughts out. A friend of our show, a person that's a real legend in the radio business. We've talked about him on our show before. His name is Ace. David Ace Cannon, sadly, passed away at the age of 56. He was part of the Ace and TJ show. Not a show from around here, but if you ever live like in the Charlotte area or anywhere around there, they were syndicated as well. They were, they were one of the top shows in the industry for many, many years. And we used to see Ace all the time at our radio conventions. Back on the BJ and Migs days, we had Ace on because he was a good sport, let's just say. But just an all great guy and just heartbroken to hear that news. I think all of us were really shocked last night when we got that information. Just someone that we all loved to be around. So our thoughts go out to him, his family, and everybody that knew him. Just a real bummer to find out that information. As far as weather, we're going to hit a high of 39 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today. The DMD is brought to you by Snoqualmie Casino, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12-pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
Look, we're all human. We push-pull doors, we blow on ice cream to cool it down, and sometimes we forget to check our blind spots. That's why the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid offers class-leading advanced safety features. Like an available blind spot view monitor, which shows you a live video feed of your blind spots. Because the Tucson Hybrid is made for humans who are just that, human. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for details.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
So I used Gemini for the first time the other day, and the most impressive thing to me was just talking to it. You go live with it, and then it's just like you're having a conversation. You can just talk about your day or have it explain something to you or start brainstorming ideas. Let me give you an example. I pretended I have a job interview coming up and asked it to help me prep for the interview. It immediately started suggesting common questions I might get asked. Then I started talking through my answers out loud, and it would give me feedback. And it's all happening in real time, like I'm talking to a career coach or something. That's just what I tried first, but you can talk to it about anything. And I honestly think that's the magic of it, how you can just have this back and forth, and it's all seamless. If you haven't tried it yet, it's definitely worth checking out. You'll see what I mean.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
Auto insurance rates are on the rise, which is why you should call Vern Fonk Insurance. Vern Fonk could save you up to 20% on your auto insurance. The pros at Vern Fonk will do all the work, comparing different plans to find you the best options. And they can insure you over the phone. One call to Vern Fonk could save you up to 20%. Call 206-408-5094. 206-408-5094.
Remember to honk when you drive by Vern Fonk.
Restrictions apply based on a Q3 2023 study of Vern Fonk insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number 107062.